I think that's a shame. You know, I know they need to start DJing to make money, because records don't get them enough money, and I need to be in the studio as well. But like you say, you know, making records is part of promotion now. It's not part of your main business. You know, you used to be able to get like a big advance for a record. You can't do that anymore now. It's a shame, because I really see a lot of new talent. Like I don't know if he's here, but like Sander Van Doorn, he did some amazing records last year, and now he's DJing, and he doesn't make any new records, and that really worries me, because you know, I think that's where a record company comes in hand. He needs to step up and say, you know, okay, you can DJ a little, but please keep that quality of productions coming, you know.
I did come to this conclusion. I was doing an interview recently that all of us here, we're all in manual labour, really, aren't we? We're glorified manual labour. And our big dilemma is we don't make any money when we sleep. And it's a shame we haven't got any of them sitting around here, but I was just thinking, coming into this thing, that obviously in the 90s we had the Prodigy, Underworld, Orbital, Groove Armada, Basement Jacks, Chemical Brothers. And they were all really known as bands. Some of them were DJs, but nobody ever really remembers them as DJs. They were bands, and all of us sitting around here, we're all DJs, pretty much. I was trying to think of an example, actually, of someone that kind of went off message and managed. I suppose Paul Oakenfold actually is probably the only person that's actually managed to sell a considerable amount of albums.
Yeah.
But his DJing then gets a knocking. So it's.
But Paul looked at the USA, didn't he? I thought, well, I'm going to move there, I'm going to live in LA, and that's going to be my market.
So I think the lesson is you can start by yourself.
Yeah.
Do everything by yourself. But if you, I mean, it's not. I suppose if you have a big hit on your label or something that smells like a big hit, somebody's going to come and call you up and license it.
So I don't speak very good English. Sorry. For me, it was very important record company in the first time, because I came from Italy. I'm from Italy, and Italy, you know, is not the country for club music. It's not the big country, you know. And for me, it was most important the big record company for open window in the world for go out to the Italy. And now I think it's important for me, a record company, for a record company for collaboration with me, because now it's too easy for me. But in the first time was most important. Yeah. Sorry, my English is. I try to speak.
I think Italy's full of dance music.
Yeah,
it's full of some of the best clubs in the world.
Yeah, you know.
So the internet has been obviously a phenomenal. Has had I think probably a bigger impact on electronic music before any other type of music. And can we just talk about how it's changed your lives? I mean, I think certainly from a UK perspective, when the bubble burst in kind of '99, 2000, that a lot of people's reputations were able to travel around the world, and suddenly instead of working in Burnley or Manchester, we were working in Singapore or San Francisco or South Africa, which was a good thing. The downside is obviously getting paid, so because suddenly everybody expects everything for free. Armin, as an indie label runner?
Internet is a great tool, although I really miss the days of going to a record store, having a big pack of vinyl and seeing the covers. Now on Beatport, after 10 tracks, I can't hear the difference anymore between a trance and a progressive record, honestly. You see this little slider and you know, it's really hard. After 10 tracks, I have to go down and do something else, and I think that's the downside of internet. All you have now is a lot of MP3 and WAV and AIF files on your hard drive, and that's where you have to build your setup. Which, you know, it's a different approach, but it creates a lot of new creative possibilities. You know, a lot of DJs DJing with laptops and everything's digital. So, you know, it's interesting on the other hand as well. Lots of new DJs coming, but it has a downside as well. I mean, a lot of young DJs, upcoming DJs, they're playing newer records, fresher records than myself, because they downloaded illegally on some FTP, whatever. And that is kind of a shame, you know, people ripping other people's radio shows to play that track, and I think sometimes a little bit hard, makes our job a little harder, but on the other hand, it also, you know, keeps you awake, which is good, I think.